Hello, fellow traders of the world. Dadas here, speaking to you from the Dadas Trading Room Discord server. It's time to look at the next daily recap. Those of you who have been watching and who saw yesterday's video, well, you know that yesterday I had a very bad day. I was doing very stupid things. I don't really know why I was doing that, and I lost a lot of money. I mean, relatively to the amount that I have gathered, right? So basically, that was yesterday. We see that the day yesterday was pretty tricky. I mean, because the first part of the day was very bullish. And then everything started getting messed up. Yeah, but it wasn't really that difficult if I were only doing what I was supposed to do. Now, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do at all. You see, because going long after this signal and this price action is absolutely out of the question. So I kind of started the day off somehow on a bad note, I would say, because the only thing to do here, according to my system, according to the Dadas trading system, was to click on this candle and then observe what the price action would be doing, whether it would be showing us a continuation of long or showing us the continuation or possible breakout and then the movement in the short direction. So this trade was already a bad trade, a completely missed interpretation, right? Like something I wanted to be instead of doing my own job. So, but everything was pretty would have been still cool because there was a very I entered at 0.1 lot, so at a minimum lot, so that wasn't so bad. And basically I did my standard trick right here, turning around at one lot and recovering that loss. Well, okay, now what happened later? Later the price bounced back, so I interpreted this as a continuation of the bullish movement, of the bullish trend, and I went in long. However, I didn't base this on knowledge of the fact that the trend had changed, but only on the way that the price was moving, which again could have cost me too much. Anyways, because what I should have done was this, right? I should have done this, and I should have maybe found the first level right there, and then I could have entered long, perhaps at this level, but not really. Why not? Because there wasn't any bullish trend right here. I mean, for those of you who could be listening and they don't understand what a trend is not something that you look at on a higher time frame. A trend is a sequence of highs and lows. So if there's a sequence of two lower highs, a high and a lower high, and followed with a sequence of a low and a lower low, then that is a bearish trend. And until we get a sequence of higher highs and higher lows, right? Then the trend is not bullish. Only when we get a sequence of higher lows and then higher highs, then the trend starts to be bullish. I mean, it's never because if we look at this level, right? Let's look at this level. Oh, we don't need that line. I mean, we can do it like this. If we look at this level, then the sequence of higher lows, a low and a higher low, and we got a high and we get a higher high. This one is a higher high. Any way you look at it, it is a higher high than this one. So now we have a sequence. So trading this long right here wasn't a bad idea. The long that I trading these, all of these here was a totally bad idea. It was a bad idea to trade long here because there was no bullish trend. It was a totally bad idea to trade short right here because it was low, not high, right? Again, it was a bad idea to trade this long right here because there was no bullish trend. And perhaps it was a good idea to trade this short right here, but it didn't work out. So the bad idea was that I entered this short at 3 lots because I wanted to recover this long, where this long was more sensible, but not yet, right? In other words, basically this whole region right there, this whole area was a no trade area, and only the breakout and then a retest. So basically I could have gotten in a long trade, but only somewhere right there, right? So somewhere right there I could have been looking for a long trade. And what I did was, because the market actually did go up, and it went up about 50 pips, a little bit over 50 pips. So I could have gotten some profit, but it's nighttime. I have to sleep. I need my sleep. Sorry, I'm not the guy who. I go to bed late, but when I sleep, I have to sleep. So I put my take profit a little bit too high, and when I woke up, I saw that I had gotten my stop loss. So this time it's 106, almost 107 pips at 3 lots. Now that hurt. I mean, not that the amount was some kind of fantastic or whatever, but in this context, it hurt, right? In this context, this really hurt. So that's the bad thing. Now the good thing today, well, because again today I had a good moment and a bad moment. The good moment was this trade right here. Well, relatively good, because this actually, well, I did enter on the price movement, and I got out at about 33 pips. Well, these two trades, I mean, this one was this one was a stupid one, and this one was even more stupid. Because, but those two trades at least managed to recover one loss right here. That one, right? That 33.55. So that was recovered. I still have a lot of pips to recover. So what I did right there was, again, I entered on this stupid notion of the fact that the price was moving down. Now, I don't know what to do with myself here at this. I keep on making this mistake, and I know I shouldn't be making this mistake. And I keep on doing this mistake. I don't know why. It's terrible. Anyways, I got the idea here that I looked at the H4 and I got the idea that the market would be going down. I thought to myself, yeah, no, now the market is going to be going down and it's going to be going down all the way down to here. Well, yeah, I mean that would have if the market had gone down all the way down here, I would be in a pretty good profit. I mean, like better profit than the way I've been doing it. But instead of that, the market started going in the opposite direction, right? And it went all the way up here. So basically, from the moment that I entered somewhere right there, it was like even about 90, maybe 90, 95 pips against me, right? Now, I'm not saying that this market isn't gonna go down. It's pretty possible that it's gonna go down, right? For several reasons, both technical and fundamental. But I mean, that's not the way I trade. I mean, we don't really know if it's gonna go down or not, right? I mean, look at it. We are still at some potential levels where the market could turn around and go up, right? We still don't know. I mean, this is not like something 100% certain, even though there's a high likelihood, right? But the better option was to get in long, to get in short after this H4 candle. So basically, you see, instead of all of these hassles right here, I could have gotten in short right there, and until here I would have over 120 pips, right? But I didn't do that. So I didn't do that basically because I was sleeping right there. So yeah, I wasn't thinking of that, right? Because this is the 4 to 8 o'clock, so that's what I'm sleeping tight at night, of course. So basically, because you see, potentially this is a level of support, right? This potentially is a level of support, and we don't really know if the market is gonna respect this support or if it's gonna break down and continue to the next support, right? Because the next support is right there. Right about there is where the next support is, right? But at this moment, yeah, something like this. But at this moment, we are at this support. So the next support is down there. So in order to for the market to get down here, it must first break this support. Is it going to do that? Like I said, hell knows. But just looking at this, there was like 75 pips to catch from there to there. So basically, all I had to do, let's get back there. All I really had to do today was look at the market, right, and catch my pips from there to there, perhaps, right? Or if we are here, from if the market is showing here, and it's pretty clearly showing this price action right there, which is here. We got the last impulse, we got a signal, and here it shows that downwards pullback, a lower high, right? So basically I could have traded this break I could have traded this break and traded it down to here, and I would have had 70 pips almost, right? 70 pips would have recovered quite a lot of my loss already. Yeah, and that's actually that simple. I mean, right there, I might have had a difficulty in entering this trade because it's already in the middle. But I could have looked. I could have looked for my trade at about this level, right? So at about this level, I could have been looking on the M5, right? For support, and then traded somewhere from here to here. That would have given me 45 pips, right, of a long trade. So I am sort of in this strange situation where I perfectly know what I'm supposed to do, and I can even teach you, right, what you're supposed to do. Now the question is, are we both going to execute what we are supposed to do? Or are we gonna still run around after these candle movements? Well, yeah. Perhaps there's a solution for that. I don't know. I really don't know what to say about it. I just have to go on. So that's why I closed this trade. Like I said, I was thinking of waiting on the H4 for even a few days with this trade. But at the end of the day, when the market gave me some profit, I decided to close it, because altogether we're gonna have 7.5 pips, so about 40 pips. Yeah, altogether about 40 pips. So 40 pips recovered already. It's not so bad, right? Of course, we got a lot more to recover, but already 40 pips recovered. Well, all I need to do now is concentrate more, find a way to stop running after these candle movements. I mean, find a way to get my subconsciousness to stop doing that. That's the most important thing right now. Because, yeah, I see the patterns clearly, but I don't know why I lose my perspective during the market when the price is moving and I have to trade. All I need to do is just keep the perspective, wait for the setup, right? Wait for the pattern, and then trade the pattern. Not the price movement, but the pattern. First the pattern and then the price movement at the end, right? So returning back to yesterday, where was the pattern? Well, actually the pattern was here and here, right? And this was a bearish pattern, and that at that moment this was a bearish pattern, even though this candle, right? But this was a bearish pattern at that moment. This was still a bearish pattern at that moment. And this was again still a bearish pattern more than a bullish pattern, right? But the market flattened out and then made a bullish pattern. So instead of thinking of what the market would do, well, we just need to click, right? If this is a bearish pattern right here, so if this is a bearish pattern right there, then it's a bearish pattern and not a bullish pattern, and we need to trade this bearish pattern, right? If this is still a bearish pattern and this is the first breakout, the first impulse, then we actually need to see a bearish pattern right there in this zone. Do we see a bearish? I mean, let's switch this one off. Yeah, switch that one off. Do we see a bearish pattern right there? Well, no. Why not? Because this is the resistance zone, and this resistance zone is not being respected as resistance but as support, right? So if this zone is respected as support, it's better to trade long in that situation, right? So if we're gonna trade long in this situation, but then again we have to trade this market, right? Where is this market? This market is right there. This market is exactly right there. And all of a sudden everything fits. Because this market is not this market. This is a different market. This is a different market. Yeah. I know, I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to myself. Okay, good. That's enough for today. I've made it quite a long video anyways. So please like, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, join my Dadas Trading Room Discord server. As you see, I'm showing like it is. I'm not hiding anything. I'm just sharing my my trading sorrows. Okay, hoping that I can help you as well. Okay. Also, the link with the invitation is below in the description, so you can join my Dadas Trading Room Discord server. You can also become my patron at patreon.com/Dadas Trading System Workshop. Well, that I prefer $17 per month, but if you become if you join at $5 per month, I'm ready to grant you the VIP role on my Dadas Trading System Discord server, and you will be granted lots of interesting bonuses and access to special channels with special content. Okay, so enough for today. Please be wise. Please don't make such stupid mistakes, both in trading and in life. So keep safe. Watch yourself, especially in these strange times we are living in right now. And see you next time. Bye.